So there's this video on the internet causing an uproar of a woman coming on social media and admitting to the fact that she had a sneaky link for 20 years. So all those who don't know what a sneaky link is, a sneaky link basically is somebody that you link with in a sneaky way. And she's had that for 20 years. She goes online to say that she don't know what she would do if people found out who her sneaky link was and she don't know what she would do.
I have had a sneaky link for 20 years, and if someone busts us out like Jim Carrey and Ariana Grande, bitch, I don't know what we would do.
And I'm assuming she didn't expect her video to go viral the way it did. And she said the way it works out is every single time she gets in a relationship, she goes away from the guy. Like she doesn't interact with the sneaky link at all. But as soon as that she's done that relationship, she goes back to the sneaky link and she just has only relations with him in an intimate way.
Because nobody knows about us. We've just been doing our thing for 20 years, bitch.
She says she doesn't even believe in having a actual relationship with him because he's a dog. Think about this. To have a sneaky link for 20 years is insane. And I don't understand why women don't even put the link, no pun intended, that the reason why their relationships are failing is because that sneaky link that they know is not somebody that's somebody to have a conducive relationship with is a reason why their relationships are failing. They're comparing everybody to that sneaky link. That's the guy who they really want to be with, but they know it's not. They know it's not possible.
Like, I didn't expect it to relate to so many people, but fuck it. I'm glad I'm not the only one with a sneaky link for decades. Maybe I might be the longest, actually. Mine might be the longest because I've seen like 7 years, 14 years, 2, 4. Like, if you guys both have a mutual understanding, the shit works. And nobody knows, the shit works.
They know it's not going to happen. And she's actually surprised that men on the internet are disgusted with her. She's surprised.
I'm like blown away at the amount of men that are mad at that post. Like, that just tells me that you're not the one giving emergency D. Because if you were the one giving emergency D, then you would know what's up. That's crazy.
No, bro, we just don't. No man wants to get in a relationship with a woman and be second place. Even if you dropped him, for me, so to speak. If you've been dealing with this guy on and off for 10, 15, 20 years, and every single time you break up with a guy, you go back to him, you're always comparing me to that guy, and you'll never be satisfied with me. You'll never be really satisfied with any human being. But she think he the best thing since sliced bread. He ain't got to do nothing. I got to sit here and pay your bills and do all these things, and he ain't got to do nothing but give you the D. She even talked about emergency D.
Emergency D.
That's what she said he is. Bro, nah, bro.
You really got to be careful with pretty privilege because it left me in the hospital, girl. Beauty is literally pain. It all started from me deciding to take myself on a little solo date, y'all. I wanted to treat myself to lunch and a little drink. I sat down at the bar and this man walked over to me and just put some money in my hand and was like, this should be enough for your tab. One thing about it, I ain't gonna turn down no money. Like, if you want to cover the tab, sure, do that. So I ordered me a lemon drop because, like, you can't go wrong with that, right? And then he walked back over there and said, matter of fact, you could just open a tab and put it on the card. Y'all, the man already gave me hundreds of dollars. So I'm like, no, you already gave me more than enough. Like, it's okay. He literally set the card down, y'all, and just walked off. Like, he didn't try to have a drink with me or nothing. So at that point, I'm like,
down?
Whatever. Might as well. Why the not? I was having the time of my life, y'all. I was even making friends at the bar and buying them drinks. Want a drink? Okay. I literally lost count of how many shots I took. Like, I can't even tell you. And that's when it went downhill. It was at this exact moment that I realized your girl don't went too far, y'all. I was tore up. All I remember is calling my mom and telling her I was too drunk to come pick me up. And next thing you know, y'all, I woke up in the hospital. They said that I was dehydrated, and so all the drinking that I was doing just really didn't work out well in my favor. Did I learn my lesson? Maybe. But shout out to him because he definitely sponsored a good night. I don't have that man name, number, nothing.
I really wonder what it feels like to be able to go out somewhere and not have to earn your money. People just give you money because you're just a woman. Like hundreds of dollars that you have to work hard for, that people spend hours at a job for, that they go through so much for, women just get for free at times. No wonder they're so entitled. A lot of them are so entitled. But those type of simp dudes that got the money, they corny, they ain't got no game, and they say, hey, put everything on my tab, is the reason why a lot of women in this time period think that the standard should be that all men treat them like that, give them that princess type of treatment. No, he's corny, and all he has is money. He ain't got no game, so that's how he does that. And he still ain't get you. These are the type of videos that make me think like, dang, women got it so easy. What y'all be complaining about, bro? Men are just handing y'all money for being pretty. For just being pretty. That's wild, bro.
It seemed to me like in America, it's like fashionable or trendy in a lot of women's mind to say that they have mental illnesses. And I didn't really understand it until my son came from college and said, Mom, I'm not going to date American girls because everybody either on Xanax or any psychiatric pills. Everybody talk about their mental illness. Nobody thrive to be normal anymore. Everybody just ride on that crazy horse.
I mean, I don't like playing crazy, but I'm an addict
crazy.
and I've been to rehab twice, so.
I don't disrespect your addict because I used to work with addicts. Just a second, I'm speaking. But I just think when you live and surround yourself by women that always talk about their mental illness and the pills they're taking, you're going to stay in this paradigm of loop of being psycho. But if you surround yourself by women who don't talk about their mental illness and then being a mother and have to do fans and all this bullshit, then you're going to become more normal.
And there's people who really actually deal with that for real. But I guess because now, like she said, it's trendy, it's hard to take the people serious who's really dealing with that type of stuff. Because now you got the average person saying they got trauma and saying, and everybody does have some type of trauma, but people don't understand humans for thousands and maybe millions of years have dealt with a lot and still have figured out a way to thrive and to advance as a society with schools and technology and hospitals and communities. We are stronger and more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. God has made us very powerful people. God has made us very powerful. We still need God's help for sure. I'm just saying I believe the way God made us, he made us very strong, stronger than we think that we are. And all you have to do is look at history and look how strong people were. You have that. But instead of the average person trying to overcome the trauma and try to overcome the difficulties, they just get weak and get sad and say they have whatever, and then take some medication, and then nobody's fighting anymore to refuse to accept anything but greatness for themselves. That's my opinion on the matter. That is my opinion on the matter.
And your friend's been helping you with the dating app, so
Yeah, they have.
you're trying new things.
I know.
Tell us about that.
So my friends, they wanted to step in and help me, with this whole dating process and experience. And they're like my filters. I did experience, some situations with the apps, and it just didn't go too well.
Situation.
Yeah. So my friends, they wanted to step in and just, help out. And like I said,
Have they been a good help with it?
They're tough.
Oh.
Man, if you can get through them.
So they filter them.
Oh, yeah.
Before
so
they get to meet you.
So they had like a pre-interview with
Okay.
them. And so they would just ask them questions, fill them out and, see what their intentions are. And then they would say, okay, you can move on to the next
level.
To the next level. And that next level would be, I guess,
That
me.
makes me wonder. Yes.
Yeah.
What is the requirement to get a date with Tia?
Ooh.
Is there any?
Yeah, I think for me, emotional intelligence is just so important.
I
to
understand
me.
that.
So let me get this straight. As famous as you are, you get on a dating app who was suggested by your friends, the circle of women friends that you have, which were probably the same women who talked you out of staying in your marriage. So the same women most likely who talked you into divorcing your husband are the same women who are going to interview the guys that are trying to be in a relationship with you. These same women who most likely talked you out of staying in a marriage with your husband who you have a family with. Okay. Sounds crazy.
Hey, quick one. If you're talking to a lady and for some reason she takes 7, 6, 5 hours, however long to reply, right? And you're also doing the same thing because she's doing it, you're in your feminine energy. You're a bitch. Stop doing it. Stop it now. You lead, bro. Lead. Taking the same amount of time to respond just because she's doing it is you acting your feminine energy. It's a very feminine thing to do. You're following her lead, bro. You do realize, yeah, most women do that because they get quite a lot of DMs and messages, yeah? And they're probably preoccupied with something else. If you are on your phone and she responds after 7 hours and you're on your phone, respond straight away. Stop trying to give this whole look of being busy. That's ridiculous. If I'm on my phone and I'm using it and I see the text message, respond then. And usually what happens is they start responding at the same frequency you do because they are looking to follow, bro. But you, like an idiot, like a mumu, wants to be doing the whole feminine big back.
Well, there is some. I agree with him a little bit because I'm a type of person like I don't play no games. It's like I would personally, if a woman was to text me like 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, I'll text back immediately if I see the text. Because at the end of the day, I don't care about the games. And if I feel like she's not interested, I'll just stop texting her. Simple as that. I ain't about to be like waiting 5, 6, 7 hours and doing all this extra. That's take too much time. I'm gonna respond when I get the message immediately. Or if it's not immediate, then I'm gonna respond whenever I get the chance to respond. And if she's showing interest back, then you can continue to talk to that person. But if you see a pattern of short answers like and okay and yeah, just stop texting her, bro. Like she don't really like you, bro. But if you see a pattern of her not being interested, then personally, I wouldn't continue to try to text her or anything. Text or communicate with that person. You know, like, you know what? I wish you the best.
You know that girls will be friends with you because they think that you're unattractive. If you didn't, then you need to watch this video because I'm going to give you guys the signs to know.
The biggest sign is she's always putting you in positions to be her bodyguard, to tell these guys they don't, oh, I tell him I don't like him, or, you know, she's always putting you in those weird type of positions. Another way to know if your friend thinks you're unattractive is if you get any male validation while you guys are out. Anything, even if it's above her. One guy came up to you instead of anything, she all of a sudden gets this kind of attitude, this weird vibe. Like, it's like, how could this man see her and not me? Because it really don't even have to be that they find you to be ugly, just less attractive than them. The biggest telltale sign, you begin to better yourself, whether that's losing weight, whether that's gaining weight, whether that's, you know, taking care of your body, taking care of your skin. Things start to change. You start to really learn how to dress, get your hair right, whatever the case may be. You learn how to do your makeup real fine. They hate it. They can't stand it. They will knock you down off your peg any chance they get. Oh, who put that outfit together? Oh, who did your makeup? Oh, they know you are growing and being better and more beautiful, and they think you're about to, oh my gosh, now they're like turning into competition. You never want to be friends with people like that. They thrive off of your insecurities, and this is why you have to be careful with who you are being vulnerable with, you know, telling people, you know, what you find unattractive about yourself and things like that, because people will begin to use that against you. Lastly, they can never just give you a compliment on your beauty. They're your friends. They should always be complimenting you on your beauty. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Even if they're a person I don't really compliment, I'm still going to find something to say good about my closest friend. Oh, you look very beautiful in that picture. Oh, you cute girl. Da, 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 whatever. They don't ever give you any of that. Yeah, don't go ahead and drop them.
I mean, I've kind of noticed for a long time, but a lot of female relationships are very shallow, which is why I hate when people say women have deeper relationships than men. Pause. Because a lot of women relationships is based on vanity. And if you see a really attractive woman and her friends are like fat and not as attractive as her, 9 times out of 10, she's that person's friend because the contrast makes her look that much more beautiful. It's one thing for a beautiful person to walk outside and be beautiful, but when a beautiful person is standing next to an average person, it makes that beautiful person look so much more beautiful because of the contrast. Now people have something to compare you to, and that makes your value even higher to people. And whenever I'm in public and I see like a really beautiful woman and then I see like an average looking woman, if I'm looking at the beautiful woman because she's just that beautiful, and almost every time the person who's looking at me ain't the beautiful woman. It's her average woman friend looking at me feeling inadequate because she know that I'm looking at her beautiful friend. She's more paying attention to people looking at her friend than her friend paying attention to people looking at her. And I be feeling bad for those type of females, bro. It's like, why you put yourself in that situation like that? Is she really your friend?
I've seen your boyfriend before you. Oh, shit!
Seen her boyfriend before her?
Yeah.
Bro, are you not friends?
I was with your boyfriend when you was with him.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Bro. This just went left.
Yes.
Damn.
You're taking a piss? Like, you've said what you've said, I've said what I've said.
Shit, you lot had a little bit too much to drink in it.
No.
When?
I say this to you when you're sober. Why didn't you tell me before? I'm going.
Yeah?
I'm going. Piss. Are you taking the piss?
The crazy thing about all this is that the things that women say on camera is so unbelievable that most people think it's actually a skit. Now, I don't know if it's a skit or not. I have no way of knowing. But some of these things, I'm convinced are actually real. It's something about that camera. Women just love telling the truth, bro. They just love to say whatever they've been hiding. They just love to say it. They just love to say the truth.
Both of the securities, the white one and the Mexican one, told me I gotta get out. But my other friend was able to go in and out of there. And I felt like that was weird because I'm black. And my friend's Akeem, the only other black one in there, and that's weird.
Okay, so hear me out for a second, okay?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, I go back to a facility that don't want you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to reiterate what you told me, and then you kind of fill in the gaps, or you take away anything. So you guys were partying here.
Mm-hmm. No, we were partying here first, and then we moved.
You were
It was cool. Everything was fine.
Everything was fine. And then they went.
And the security saw us walk in there.
Yeah, so security saw you walk in there. And then what happens?
It was like 20 minutes later, and the guy came up to me, was like, the one who owns there was like, security told you gotta go. I'm like, why didn't they tell me that when I first walked in? Because they saw me.
So this is the overarching thing.
And I'm the only one who got told that. My other friend did not get told that.
You already said that.
I got told that.
Okay. So this is the big. So I got the other officer talking with him. I'm gonna be talking with everyone to kind of make sure everything's all good.
I don't really care. I just want to go home, and and they keep letting her in and out, but I can't even go in because that security guy won't let me in, but he keeps letting her in.
So
which is weird to me.
You want to go home, but she want to go inside.
So here's the thing. This is the big overarching thing right now.
Okay, but at the same time, they said that she was here first, and they kept letting her in and out.
None of that matters.
Y'all are racist as fuck, and I'm gonna tell.
Perfect.
Y'all are racist
you
as
still
hell.
have to leave the property.
Okay, let me take a video of you, sir. For what? I'm taking a video. You're racist as hell. No, I don't get no fuck. I don't get no fuck. Y'all are racist as hell because when I pressed charges, y'all didn't do.
I had nothing
Y'all didn't go back and say nothing.
Okay,
y'all let them do whatever they want to do.
You understand?
Okay, arrest me then.
Okay, if you're refusing to leave, that's fine.
I'll leave.
Stop.
Let me leave.
How you gonna tell them to arrest you and then
Let me leave.
you told them to?
You're done. We've been asking you to leave for 20 minutes.
No, you have not.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I understand where she's coming from, as far as like the racism thing and everything like that. As a black man, I've experienced all types of discrimination and being treated differently just because, I belong to the black community. But also as a black man, if I'm in an area where I'm not wanted, I don't go there. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain places in Alabama and Mississippi, I ain't going, bro. Like they don't want my kind around there, and I bet you I ain't going. I can bet my bottom dollar I ain't going there. And I don't know why I'm doing that dialect, but I'm just saying, like, you have to accept the world for what it is, not for what you wish it was. Do I wish that everybody, judge people on the content of their character, not the color of their skin? Like as Martin Luther King said, yes, I would rather when you look at a person, you observe them and you analyze them based on their character. But that's just not how the world is. So since the world is not like that, you got to make your adjustments. And one of my adjustments is if I walk into a facility or I walk around a group of people that don't seem like they're prejudiced towards me, I'm out of there. Like I'm going to go where I'm appreciated, where I'm celebrated, not where they treat me like that. And then when she said she told them to arrest her, and then they stood on business. She gave you gave it, like the police probably always wanted her to do that. But the fact when you gave them permission, you legally gave them permission to arrest you. You're saying you're gonna sue them, but you said you're gonna sue them, but you gave them permission to arrest you. I wish she would have just left a long time ago and went around people that appreciate her, just like that, man.
What's up?
What up, girl?
You remember me?
From where?
We was just on set together.
Tell them people what you tried to do.
I look different with my clothes on.
Tell them people what you tried to do.
What did I try to do?
You tried to leave with me and you ain't know me.
First of all, I told him I'm gonna ride with him to this set because I was coming here. That's only right. We was just on set together.
No.
Why not?
Because you tried to leave with me and I ain't know you.
You was on me and I ain't know you. Right?
So you ain't asked me for a picture?
No, I'm saying
I'm gonna say no. Because she lying on camera.
I'm lying.
I don't let people lie to me in front of my
I'm
door.
talking about when I was dancing and you came up behind me, you wasn't on me. That was before the picture.
I was doing my thing in the video.
And I was
Like, that's why you came.
I believe you should always be honest, right? But if you are lying and somebody catches you in a lie, just fess up to the truth. I mean, you make yourself look crazier when you act like you're not lying. When somebody know you lying, just fess up, bro, to the truth.
So before I make any rash decisions, let me just make sure y'all have the right and all information. You guys are basically telling me that I fumbled my future husband. Maybe not my husband, but a very, very good man. And you know what? I can admit, I know a red flag when I see one, but I clearly don't know the color green. That's how you guys are making me feel. Basically, I went on a date with this fine man. I had been vibing with him for a minute, and on that date, we went to dinner. We had just ordered drinks, and like 30 minutes into the date, I fall asleep at the table. Literally deep sleep, drooling. Like 2.5 hours later, I woke up with drool on my face. I'm not gonna lie, I was embarrassed. So embarrassed, I left him alone with little to no explanation. Basically, I ghosted him. However, it's very perplexing because I asked you guys who was wrong, me or him. Me for sleeping or him for sitting there for 2 to 3 hours while I slept. And you guys are saying that I was in the wrong. He's a good man, Savannah or Sophia, and that I should double back. But before I double back, I think there's certain things that you guys should know in order to give me proper sound advice. There's some missing pieces and some questions in the comments, so let's address it. Before I get to the serious questions, this question, somebody said, what position did you sleep in? Guys, the last thing I remember was reaching for my strawberry lemon drop. I remained in that position. Like, I woke up in that same position with my chin tilted high and my eyes like this. And drool. Was he boring? Was that what made you sleep? No, he was not. He had a sexy accent, like a true New Yorker. He had swag. His personality was a 10 out of 10. Even if it wasn't for all of that, the bust down on his wrist will keep me awake.
So you think you fumbled a potential husband because he was a nice looking guy and he waited for you to wake up after you got drunk and fell asleep at the table, and the bust down rollie on his wrist? You don't even know the guy. I think you about to tell a story about how you fumble a situation with a man who was a really good guy, hard worker, great character, would have been a great dad. You talking about somebody that's just physically attractive that you went on a date with and that you fell asleep at the table. And you only talked to him for 30 minutes. And based on the background, it looks like you're doing well for yourself. So whatever man you dating put you in the penthouse, because I know you ain't earned that yourself. Now I know that sounds bad, but I know she didn't, bro. Like, she's in somebody else's penthouse. I truly believe that.
You guys just got done with this 30-day mafia-thon, right? And you were a big part of that. Was there any behind-the-scenes stories, stuff that happened off-air that we didn't see? I'm sure you have a story of something that happened.
Yeah, I mean, you had where he was streaming at. So then downstairs, a little bit to the left, there's a whole production room. There's like 40 TVs in there, and like 20-something people with a whole bunch of production shit. And then another room, which is like a green room, kind of. So whoever was about to go upstairs, they go in there. But it's like a mini production room. You still can see the stream and stuff.
Oh, I don't think people realize that.
Nah, they don't.
They just watch the stream. And because I saw a behind-the-scenes clip of someone getting mic'd up or something. And there's monitors everywhere. The amount of effort you guys put into your production, I think should be appreciated more.
We've never had productions like that.
No.
Like
You're talking about at that scale.
At that scale.
Yeah, Kai Snat and his boys, they doing stuff like Fortune. They're doing productions. They take their business serious, and I appreciate them for that. They're doing stuff like, man, let me move over, bro. I don't know why I'm right here in between, homie. Hold on, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize looking on the screen. I didn't even realize, like, whatever. They're doing stuff like Fortune 500 production companies, stuff that like Paramount does, and you know what I'm saying. And these are just dudes who have become successful, dudes from the hood. They're 100% independent. They're not signed to no label. They're 100% independent. They're doing their thing, bro. Like that. I'm happy to be able to see it. I'm happy to see it, to witness it. I love it, bro. And it's also inspiring.